All right, good people, let's get ready to do it, man. Hey, it's financial literacy month. That's what I heard. It was financial literacy month. I said, wait a minute. You mean to tell me April is a month where we get to talk about money and people actually accept it? So I'm going 4 days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, giving you guys just some of the rules of the wealthy that they never taught us in schools. Nothing's being sold, you're not going to be coerced, you're not going to be convinced, you're not going to be persuaded, you're not going to be induced to do anything but take action with the information that you have. Now, if you're smart, and I know a lot of you guys are, go ahead and hit share. If you're watching me on Facebook or you want to share this with your followers, just go to Extra Digit Movement. I'm going to do the same thing with you guys. I'm going to Extra Digit Movement. I'm going to hit share so people can know, man, these are the rules of the wealthy. They never taught you in schools. I'm going to title this one, She Makes $40,000 a year, right? She has a master's. Why is she struggling? I'm gonna say she's educated. She's educated. Why is she struggling? That's a lot of people in this country. That's a lot of people in this country. And until you learn the rules of the wealthy, you'll never understand how this game is being played, right? And I'm gonna give you guys some real numbers. This is not gonna be emotion. This is gonna be logic. And I'm gonna show you guys why most Americans struggle. And when you get that, you won't be one of them. Here's the thing you got to remember, and I'm going to keep these brief. Every night for the next 4 days, right here, same Zoom at 9:30, I'm going to give you guys some wealth principles, right? Right here where you are if you're on the Zoom. If you're not on the Zoom, you want to be on the Zoom because this is where you can actually see the slides that I'm going to show you guys. To give you guys some basic understanding, I was having a conversation with a young lady about her daughter. Her daughter makes $40,000 per year. Her daughter has a master's degree. Her daughter is highly educated, and her daughter is thinking about going back to get her PhD, thinking about getting a part-time job because she wondered why she's making $40,000 a year and she's struggling. So here's the reason why. And if you understand this, you'll never look at money the same. Another degree is not going to make you wealthy. A part-time job is not going to make you wealthy. Getting married ain't going to make you wealthy. People say it depends on who you marry. Well, that's true. But if everything was up to you, working more hours is not going to get you wealthy. Asking your boss for a raise is not going to get you wealthy. Your own money makes you wealthy. So everybody on this Zoom can be wealthy. But the first thing you got to do is get your money back from the people that are stopping you from getting wealthy. See, in America, if you're not careful, you'll hustle your whole life because America will put you in front of things to make you think you got to get your hustle on. Oh, I need to hustle this. I need to sell apples. I need to sell bananas. I need to sell oranges. I need to sell pears. Nothing wrong with being a business owner. I've been a business owner since I was 22 years old. I retired when I was only 22 years old. I'm not talking about being a business owner. I'm talking about a hustler mentality where you got to get a part-time job plus another degree, plus marry somebody, plus start a small business, plus go to work. See, now you got a hustler mentality. And if you're not careful, you will hustle till you die. So the first thing we got to do is ask ourselves, where is our money actually going? So this young lady makes $40,000 a year. And what she doesn't realize is FICA wants 7.65 off the top. State, depending on where you live, wants another 7% off the top. And the feds want 28% off the top. So if you take home $3,200 a month because you make $40,000 a year, you generate $3,200 a month. You take home 19 because of state, fed, and FICA. No one ever talks to you about why you're taking home so little. Everybody else talks to you about why the 19 is disappearing. What they didn't mention, where did the 1,200 or 1,300 go? See, that's why you hustling. You trying to make up the 1,300 that FICA, state, and Fed took from you. Instead of you figuring out, wait a minute, why did they take that in the first place? I need to make my money differently. Everybody teaches you how to budget. Hey, if you go to BP instead of Chevron, it's 3 cents cheaper. That ain't gonna make you wealthy. Hey man, if we stop eating out so much and we go to the grocery store these days, that ain't gonna make you wealthy. If we carpool and you drive every other day, That ain't gonna make you wealthy. If you get a job closer to home, you want to travel as far, that ain't gonna make you wealthy. That's budgeting. Nothing wrong with budgeting, but you can't budget your way to wealth. Believe it or not, you can't work your way to wealth. Systems and investing make you wealthy. I don't care how much you make per year on a job. If you don't understand how money works, all you're doing is making other people wealthy at the same time, and that wealth should be in your household. Let me show you guys something real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a slide that'll make this like crystal clear. I want you to see this. Watch. Most Americans work 40 years and earn money that is decreasing monthly due to inflation. When they retire, their income stops and their expenses continue to grow every single month. You become more and more poor every single month. Now, in business, if expenses were up every month and revenue was down every month, you'd be out of business. So most Americans are headed to bankruptcy personally because they're working systematically towards poverty. The opening paragraph is the most important paragraph here. Most Americans work 40 years and earn money that's decreasing monthly. If daycare is up and healthcare is up and gasoline is up and your stress is up, if the cost of living is increasing every single month, but your money staying the same every month, you're basically going to work to earn less. Yeah, it's called inflation. Now, if you're going to work to earn less and you're getting older every month, you're actually becoming more poor. So if you're getting older and every month you're becoming more poor, and the cost of living is going up every single month, including healthcare, guess what the one thing is that starts to decline a little bit as you get older? Then you got to come out and get what's called a part-time job or a retirement job. And then when you get a retirement job, you fall right back into the rat race that got you the retirement job in the first place. You are systematically working to be poor. So in business, if we flipped it, you always go, oh man, such and such went out of business. Oh man, I didn't know they put a Lowe's right here instead, and a Michael's here instead, and oh man, the dry cleaner went out of business. There's only one reason people got out of business. The revenue coming in was lower than the expenses necessary to run the business. That's the only reason you shut the doors, because you're not making no money. It's costing you more to stay open. Well, guess what? If you understand that when you see the dry cleaner go out of business, if you understand that when you see the gas station go out of business, if you understand that when you see Lowe's go out of business, understand that when you see your personal income go out of business. Guys, it ain't rocket science. If the cost of living is going up and it's federally mandated, why are you waiting on things to all of a sudden drop instead of increasing your money to go up with something that's federally mandated? The only way, one of the ways to get wealthy in this country is to put your money into something and let inflation push it. If inflation is pushing your money, then you'll always be in business, because all ships rise with the tide. So no matter what the government does, your money does the same thing with it. Wait a minute, Brian, how does that happen? We're going to talk about that all week. Okay, do me a favor, man. Come off mute and say, I'm glad I came. Only if you're glad you
Glad
came.
I came.
Thanks, Brian.
So think about this. We're going to do these kind of things for 4 days in a row. If you're glad you came. Now, the person that brought you to this Zoom can show you all the different things that we provide for you to give you these tools. But let me just show you this real quick, because this is important. If you're working systematically towards poverty, let me give you some examples. Will example number one make it? Example number one, you need $50,000 a year for retirement. That's $4,100 per month. Now remember, companies don't pay you more when you leave. You ever thought about that? People say, Brian, I'm struggling, I'm living check to check. And listen, they're saying that while they're working. So you see how they sell you a dream? If you live in check to check and you going in every day, what you think will happen? What do you think is going to happen when you're not going in every day? You think they're going to pay you more, but they sold you on something called the golden years. I can't wait to retire. That's something they plant and indoctrinate in you when you're young. So you look forward to retirement, but nobody ever taught you it's not going to get better if you don't do some things during your non-retirement years. Look, watch this. So let's look at scenario number one. You need $50,000 a year to retire. That's $41,000 a month, because what you surmised is that $50,000 a year is what makes you happy in this example. But what you don't realize is by the time you retire, $50,000 a year is really 35. But that's another discussion. You need $1 million in investments in the bank at 5% interest. You tell me right now what person you know going to work every single day has $1 million saved up. And the reason you know they don't have $1 million saved up is because they just told you they need $4,000 a month, $50,000 a year to retire. So you know they don't have $1 million saved up because that's what they've surmised, or that's what they've become accustomed to. So example number one already is in big trouble. Example number two, these are some of my friends, right? Well, Brian, I can get a high end, a good mutual fund to pay me 10%. Okay, so you earn 10% on a good mutual fund. At $360,000 at 10%, you'll make $36,000 a year. That's $3,000 a month. You still short. You see, because you told me you needed 41. So you short. So you need over $250,000 that you don't need to touch. You need that money earning 10% for you to land at $36,000 a year, which is $3,000 a month. Let me ask y'all a question. Is $3,000 a month something the average person with a family can live off of right now? If you can't live off of $3,000 a month right now comfortably, you definitely won't be able to do it when you retire, because the cost of living is federally mandated to increase. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. And I'm off this Zoom in a minute. We're going to show you how to fix it. We're going to show you how to fix it. I'm just letting you know why educated people who go to college, who invested in themselves, who landed good jobs, who make 5 figures per year are still struggling. And we just line up like, it ain't gonna happen to me. Example number 3. You can earn $500,000 in the next 3 years, but guess what? After taxes and inflation, you right back at number 2. So people say, well, Brian, if I put my boots on, man, I get out here and go to work, I can make $500,000, in the next couple of years. Yeah, you can. But guess what? Inflation hitting that every single day, depending on how you make it. And then the taxes on $500,000 bring you right back to number 2. So you're making $3,000 a month again. Sounds like I'm being pessimistic. Sounds like your future looks very dark and dim. Sounds like this ain't the Zoom you want to get on to hear how bad things are. Hold your horses, man. We got solutions, okay? Not only do we have solutions, we got experts that do all the work for you. We got experts to show you how to fix all of this. We got experts that bring about $2,000 a month back into your household. We got experts to help you get every area of your life financially corrected. We got experts. Let me give you a solution. Here's the solution. People don't want to hear this, but it's true. If you have a job, and linear income is what a W-2 generally creates, right? It's not residual, it's linear. There's a form that you've been sleeping on that you can fill out, and we'll actually fill it out correctly for you, that on average brings 3 to 4 figures per month back into your household. It's called a W-4. The W-4 is the form you filled out when you first got your job. Here's the problem. When you filled it out, they put you in the room with HR and said, we can't help you fill it out. So right then you're like, okay. So you went in with all the scare tactics you've heard and put 0 on every line. I don't want to owe no taxes. I don't want to get in trouble with the big bad wolf. I don't want the IRS to put me out of my house. So you went in and did what are called your standard deductions. That's what a W-4 has on the front. I'm married, filing separately. I'm married, filing joint. I'm head of household. I am single. I have this many kids, right? Those are called standard deductions. See, just for being born in this country, you get what are called standard deductions. Like your first 12,600, it fluctuates year to year, but your first $12,600 is tax-free. That's the government's way of saying, if you make $1,000 a month, about $12,000, we won't tax you. But we all know it's impossible to live off $12,000 a month, so they know they're gonna get you at 13,000. So here's what happens. The front of the W-4 has your standard deductions. I'm married, I'm single. We file jointly, we file separately. I have children, these are my dependents. What you never were taught about the back. See, the back of the form has what are called exemptions. Exemptions are for people who have a business. Congress passed laws decades ago that made your home-based business get exemptions. So you don't need a brick and mortar. You don't need a big corporation. You can open up a small home-based business right out of your living room, flip that W-2 over, that W-4 over, that's the form, from your W-2, which is your job. And now we show you how to get exemptions. Brian, you sound smart. I don't understand all this stuff. You don't have to. Just know the form has two sides, one for employees and one for business owners. You need to be both. The person that puts you on this Zoom can show you how we open up a small home-based business for pennies, get all the exemptions. That money goes back into your paycheck. And the very next week, not only did you get your investment back, but you got cash flow coming in that you can get out of debt with. You got cash flow coming in that you now can invest. You got cash flow coming in to get you out of any situation. Because now that person that's making $40,000 a year, that was wondering why it came down so much, $3,200 a month became 19. Now she's getting all her money up front. Well, Brian, she's gonna owe. No, she's not gonna owe, because the exemptions on the back offset what she did not take out of her paycheck. Now the government says, okay, you got a business, you need more money in your paycheck. Oh, you got a business? Oh, this country rewards people who open up businesses. I want y'all to write this down. You're actually being penalized for not having one. You're actually being penalized if you don't have a business. So my question to everybody watching tonight is, why in the world would you get off this Zoom and not get back with the person that invited you and start a business? We got it for pennies on the dollar. Now your job, you turn that form back into HR that we actually filled out properly. And now your paycheck goes up the very next week. If you did the work, why aren't you getting all your money? That's all I'm asking. We can send shockwaves through the country with one sheet of paper, front and back, front and back. So if we can have the front of the form that everybody knows, but we introduce them to the back of the form and fill it out for them and bring people hundreds of dollars a month. I've seen thousands of dollars a month come right back in people's paychecks, and they go buy their dream homes because they got out of debt. Let alone the fact that we fix your credit and do a whole bunch of other things. Let me show you the math, right? Let me just show you the math before we go. Real simple. I'm gonna use two people. Okay, I'm gonna use two people. This is called stop leaving money on the table. A lot of y'all are leaving money on the table. You got Robert Refund. Now, a lot of y'all are saying, Brian, I don't want to get my money up front. I like my tax refund. I've been getting a tax refund for 30 years. I've been getting a tax refund for 40 years. Well, let me just ask you a question. How far has that gotten you? You want a refund for another 30? Re means again, fund means money. So a tax refund is simply your money coming back to you next year. But the cost of living is now more expensive. So you let the government hold your money, get a free loan, invest your money, then give you a portion back next year. Meanwhile, you working 12 months a year and getting paid for 9 of them because you gave the government a third. So you basically work for the government from January to April. I'm just giving you some free game. That's what you're here for. You work for the government 4 months out the year. It's only 12 months. So people wonder why they're struggling. It's because the first part of your check, you don't even see. And you were taught to work and live off the other 8 months and just give up the first 4. So go ahead, keep your refund. I'm just giving you some options. So Robert Refund says, I heard the Zoom last night from Brian. I'm not gonna give it to the person that invited me. I'm not gonna learn no more about this stuff. I want my refund. Okay, Robert. Then we got Angela Adjustment. Now, Angela Adjustment says, you know what? You're right. It is my money. I want mine up front. I'm gonna flip my form over and let y'all show me how to get my exemptions. Yeah, now Angela talking like a business owner. So Robert, this is his scenario. Robert has about $500 a month taken out of his check. That's about $6,000 a year. So he's gonna get $6,000 a year in, let's say, a tax refund. And these are just round numbers. Y'all know, CPAs and all y'all real smarter than me. Don't hold me to this. I'm just giving you guys conceptual examples. So after about 10 years of getting $6,000 refunds, old Robert got 60 grand. Now, what Angela did, she said, you know what? Give me my 500 a month. I don't want my 6,000 times 12. 500 times 12, my 6,000 next year. I want my 500 right now. Now, the difference is she got the same 10 years, but because she's getting it up front, Angela get to work the money. Everybody put that in your comments. Work the money. Work the money. See, that's why it's called currency. It flows. It moves. Currents move and flow. A refund is a stoppage of your currency and then a check next year to get you excited like somebody did you a favor. It's a refund. A refund means somebody gave you something back. It was yours. You gave it away first. Now, when Angela works the money, because she's like, look, I'm doing the adjustment. She got 91,000 over the same 10 years. She got 31,000 more dollars than Mr. Robert Refund because she's Angela Adjustment and she made $30,000 more. Look, with the same money. It's just a difference in philosophies. Now people say, well, Brian, $31,000 ain't no big deal. Oh, it's not? Okay, you take $31,000. Had you been investing $31,000 per year like Angela for the number of years you've been working, and tell me if you wouldn't have $1 million in your account by now. So don't talk to me about what $30,000 is when you're not willing to do what's called multiply the future value of money. See, wealthy people call it lost opportunity cost. The 31,000 is 31,000 that you could have been investing, but you want to get your 6,000 every year instead of working the 500 per month and letting it compound. Okay, so if that wasn't enough for you, fine, I'm gonna hit them with this. Maybe they're like this. All right, so let's take the same 500 for Robert and let's multiply it out by 15 years. Okay, so Robert gave away or got a refund over the years of about $90,000 to Angela. Let's look at Angela. Angela took the same thing over 15 years. She made 173,000. Does that hurt a little more? Robert got 90,000. Angela got 173,000. See, the difference is in our organization, we show you how to work the money. In our organization, we show you how to not let lost opportunity costs, also known as the future value of money, affect you. All right, let's look at it a little bit longer. You got to see the pattern now. Over 30 years, Mr. Robert Refund, there's a lot of y'all on the Zoom. There's 100 people on the Zoom. 1,000 of y'all will see this replay. 10,000 people will see it over the next couple of months. 30 years later, you got $180,000. Old Miss Angela Adjustment got $745,000. She got $745,000 compared to somebody's $180,000. See, this is what most people will never understand. It's simple principles like that and simple nuggets like that that you add to other things that we teach you like getting your credit scores in the 800s, like investing in real assets, like setting up your trust fund. This one move, the front of the W-4, the back of the W-4, one move can make you rich. Because it don't take a whole bunch of money, it takes the compound interest. See, if you're not letting the eighth wonder of the world work for you, I don't know what you're doing. How you not letting the eighth wonder of the world work on your behalf? But you know what's funny? A lot of Americans, maybe not you watching, the eighth wonder of the world is working. It's just working against you. You got compound interest on Visa. You got compound interest on MasterCard. You got compound interest on your mortgage. You got compound interest on your car note. And you trying to get a refund that didn't get no interest to pay off 4 or 5 things that's got interest. That's why most Americans are financially bankrupt. Because the mortgage got interest, the car note got interest, Visa got interest, MasterCard got interest, Discover got interest, student loans got interest. How you don't have no interest and why you need to get interested in your lack of interest? Okay, but it's just me. So here's what it boils down to. Leave the simple world and join our compound world. What it boils down to is the middle class gets taxed, the wealthy defer taxes. What it boils down to at the bottom is a refund pays you back, but you deserve the money up front. It's just a difference in philosophy. That's all. That's all. So look, that's my 30 minutes of fame. I got some teammates on the Zoom with me. I want them to tell you what our experts have actually put back into their household, right? Raise your virtual hand, right? A lot of you guys are brand new, but I want the new people to see this recording. I want the new people to see this live. I want y'all to raise your virtual hand if the experts have actually done something for you, and tell us real quick. This is gonna take like 15 seconds per person. What number did the experts put back into your pocket? Derek Ray, where you from? What you do? What's your number?
Hey, thanks, Brian. My name is Derek Ray. I'm from Augusta, Georgia, but originally raised in Kentucky. The experts put $2,960 back into my pocket only just by sharing this information. And plus, I'm earning $50 a day, which is over 4 figures of residual income every month.
Okay, so you got 4 figures every month coming in residually. And how much per month did they put back in your paycheck in your household?
$2,960.
Perfect. Monifa, talk to me. Where you from? What you do? How much they put in your pocket?
Hi, Brian B. You did a great job tonight. I'm from Queens, New York. I am a postal courier in Queens, New York. I deliver parcels all day. The experts got me back $1,006 back into my household per month.
Love it. What you doing with the money? You getting out of debt? You investing?
I'm getting out of debt. I'm buying silver. Yes. Paying
Perfect.
off this mortgage in record time. Yes.
I love it. Congratulations. Marcella, I heard you bought your dream home. Talk to me. What the experts do for you? How much per month?
Yes, sir. The experts put back $1,209.01 back into my my home every month, which allowed me to be able to invest that money into my new home, my dream home. I want y'all to know. So it's been really great, and I'm also investing. Also.
Good. Hey guys, write this down in your notes. If you're not investing, you're not even on the road to wealth. I want y'all to always remember that. If you're not investing, you'll always be working for money, right? You're not even on the road to wealth if you're not investing. Mr. Tall, where you from? What you do for a living? How much money do we put back in your pocket per month?
Hey everybody, hey Brian. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a bus operator for New York City Transit. The experts put $1,540 back into my household, and I'm using that money to get out of debt and get my credit scores up in the 800s.
I love it, man. You're on your way. We got New York in the building. I appreciate it. Mr. Ken Hayes, where you from? What you do? What the experts do for you per month?
Hey, what's going on? I'm from South Jersey. I'm in the transportation industry. The experts got me back almost $900 a month back into my house. And I've taken that and I've invested, became my own bank and my PRA.
I love it. You become your own bank. Listen, man, you know what people don't understand? Look, this ain't money that you work for. This is money that you've already worked for. You know, we're not out getting these thousands of dollars back in our pocket by doing something. The residual income will come later. You can give it the person that invited you for the residuals. I'm talking to you about the money that you already work for and how it needs to stay in your household. Now you see why I get so upset with my family. I don't get mad. I get righteously indignant. Now you see why I get so upset with my family. Oh, I'm throwing my voice over here on my phone. Now you see why I get so upset with my family. Now you see why I say to myself, man, y'all gotta understand this. Why are you giving away so much money? I got a friend of mine that was a school teacher for 15 years. Her W-4 still had that she was single with no children. She'd been married for 10 years with 2 children. She lost 90 grand. Her W-4 had single with no children. Yeah, 15 years ago. Now she's married with 2 children. We did the math, 90 grand lost. Simple interest, compound interest, probably cost her a few $1 million because the money would have been working for 15 years. Daryl Banks, talk to me. What the experts do for you? How much they bring back?
Man, Mr. Brian Bean, I got $1,109.56 back into my household, which allowed me to be able to invest in the DCA, Diversified Cash Flow Account. Amazing, man.
Perfect. I appreciate it, man. Daryl Banks has become his own bank. The name is fitting. Why are you giving all your money to the bank when you can actually become your own bank? And we'll show you how to borrow from yourself, pay yourself back on your own terms with uninterrupted compound interest. Jason Thomas, what'd you do for a living, man? Where you from? Last 3, what they bring back to your house?
Hey, my name is Jason Thomas, active duty military for 21 years, Chief Warrant Officer. The experts put back into my household $1,091.60 per month. With that money, I've also been able to field and become my own bank, to where now I'm making money for the long term in the PRA. I also have money in the short game with my DCA, and the company is also paying me $20 a day, $600 a month. That's monthly residuals every single month. So I got every area covered, and I'm just making more money on top of money and have my money make money for me. Just having babies, Brian.
He got currency coming in, 4 figures a month extra, residual income right now, $600 a month, non-wage money, long-term plan, short-term plan, both in place. Y'all wonder why we're creating millionaires. It's a powerful, powerful thing, right? Sarah, talk to me. What the experts do for you? How much did it come to?
All right. So Sarah Malave Murphy coming to you out of Paterson, New Jersey. And this is a phenomenal Zoom. The whole team is winning, man. So the experts are able to turn back $1,268.46 back into the household of my husband and myself. I'm in healthcare. He's in education. We're now able to take that money and pay down debt faster so we can get in with y'all and do them buying silver, taking trips, buying property all over the place. Listen, I'm loving this. The whole team winning. If the whole team winning, who's losing?
I love it. I love it. Sarah, we're not trying to get them in something. We're trying to get them out of something. This is money that you already worked for. It's a simple strategy. And you know what? Some of y'all gonna believe it's too good to be true. And that's okay. Just ask yourself, how long do you want to believe that? Sarah talked about precious metal. She talked about assets. Some of the things that a lot of us are doing. I just purchased my 5th piece of real estate last month, cash, free and clear. I got the deed. The deed is in my trust. How am I able to earn high 5 figures per month? How am I able to get my 5th piece of real estate? How am I the top 5% income earners in the country? Because of the things I'm showing you. Don Wilson is living proof. He got his condo, he got his land. Don, what are some of the things you've amassed, man, just because of that one move on that farm?
So actually brought us $1,000 back into our household. My wife and I's credit scores both went into the 800s, was able to purchase 10 acres of land in Puerto Rico, a condo in Cabo San Lucas paid for in cash, 6-figure memorabilia. I mean, this is actually literally the Naismith basketball from when the NBA was first created, signed by none only than the Dr. J himself, Dr. J. And on top of that, Brian, earning a 4-figure a month residual income that's coming in month after month after month as well. So literally, we winning all the way around the board. We winning.
So you mean to tell me you started a memorabilia collection that's approaching 7-figure net worth?
Yes, sir.
You mean to tell me you paid for 10 acres in Puerto Rico cash, no loan?
Yes, sir.
You mean to tell me you got a vacation spot in Cabo San Lucas?
Absolutely.
4-figure residual income check coming in now.
Yes, sir.
But it started with the front of the form. You and your wife looked at the back of the form. That one move started that journey. Am I right?
Man, you couldn't have said it no better. You couldn't have said it no better, B.
Listen, let me tell everybody something, man. For those who believe, no excuse is necessary. For those who don't believe, we have no further explanations. That's all I got to say. For those who believe, no excuse is necessary. For those who don't believe, we have no further explanations. Get with the person that introduced you. Tell them to show you the plays that we run. Let them know that you want more information, and come back here tomorrow night. Same Zoom, same password, and I'm gonna show you another secret outside of that form that's helping a lot of us become top 10, 5, 1% money earners in the country. My name is Brian Bean. I'll see you guys tomorrow night right here at 9:30. Bring some people with you. We're sharing the rules of the wealthy all week long. Same password, same Zoom. Have a good night.